The transition from Todd Pinion to Nadis Carlisle Jr. as Decatur's chief of police has not been totally smooth. There's dissent from residents about tap bowling's process and an overall distrust in the city government leaders. Fox 54 recently learned more about Carlisle's background, including his firing from his most recent position. Our Simon Williams has more.
New interim Decatur Police Chief Nadis Carlisle Jr. is back with the department he worked in from 1990 to 2016, the last year of which he spent as interim chief until his own retirement. His next gig was with Alabama A&M as chief of their campus police.
We turned that department around. We changed the culture of that department. The officers looked like officers, they acted like officers, and they understood of what we expected from police officers.
Carlisle didn't shy away from talking about the end of his tenure on the Hill.
I've kept that no secret. I was fired. A brand new person who had no experience whatsoever to be a vice president. She was prohibiting me from doing things on campus that needed to be done to keep the safety and security of our university. And I reported that to the president, and she didn't like it, and I got fired. It's that simple.
Fox 54 has obtained records that provide more context to Carlisle's termination. Brittany Holloman, then A&M's interim associate vice president, notified Carlisle of her recommendation to terminate him without cause. That recommendation was one of several filed regarding Carlisle's firing, but none of which explicitly or implicitly gave the reason for the transaction. Carlisle addressed any concerns about his reputation.
I've heard the rumors too, saying that I was sleeping with the female students. I'm too smart for that. I'm too savvy. I've been around too long for that. Would never do it anyway, but it's just ridiculous.
Carlisle didn't specify if Holloman was the woman he was at odds with, and Holloman, who stopped working at A&M in July of 2022, says she has no comment on the matter. This all comes as Decatur residents question the motives of Mayor Tab Bowling for appointing Carlisle.
I was asked by several reporters about him being fired from his previous employer. Right now, while he is employed by the city as interim chief, if Tab didn't do his due diligence and get that information, because again, he is running the city, right?
That's what the mayor did. He knew what he was doing when he brought Nadis on, and that's wrong. That good old boy system has to end, and Tab is standing on that good old boy system.
He's given the chief pay. What kind of, so we paying double chief pays?
Yeah, right.
I mean, do that make any sense to y'all?
In Huntsville, Simon Williams, Fox 54 News.
Carlisle's term as interim police chief is until the city council hires a full-time person to that role. Carlisle said at this point he is not sure if he wants to be in the job full-time, nor does he have any assurances that he is going to be given the position, rather. The job for police chief is posted on the city's job portal and closes on March 18th.